Hi, I'm Bonnie Barker. I'm with BonnieBayCrochet.com, and today we're going to learn how to make a cabled headband. I'll show you both sides of this. Okay. This is a really nice kind of a project if you're looking for a very last minute gift and you don't have a lot of money, you don't have a lot of time. These can be made in under an hour once you understand the stitch. It may take some of you a little bit longer than that, but for those of you who are very quick crocheters, even much less than that. Okay. Today we're going to use Loops and Threads Charisma. This is not a paid endorsement of this yarn in any way, shape, or form. It's just what I have on hand. It's 100% acrylic yarn. It washes well. It's great for gifts for kids and so forth. But you can use any kind of bulky weight yarn that you have on hand, or you want to give it a try. I actually used this from a couple years ago. It's 100% ultra fine baby alpaca yarn, which was at a bulky weight or a number 5 weight. And here's another one that crocheted up very quickly and very colorfully, using some Lion Brand homespun, which is a bulky weight number 5 yarn. So whatever you have, you really do need a bulky weight yarn to make these. Otherwise they will come out kind of thin and won't be keeping you very warm. Let me show you like the way I like to wear these. These come in really great, like in the winter time, over the ears. If you live in a climate like where I live, where you get the privilege of shoveling a lot of snow in the wintertime, that sort of exercise can make wearing a full hat just a little too much because you get heated up. But this is nice in that it keeps your ears from freezing off, at the same time letting you to breathe a little bit if you're outside exercising or shoveling snow or what have you. Anyway, well, let's go ahead and get started. Hi, I'm Bonnie Barker, BonnieBayCrochet.com, and let's go ahead and begin this project. The first thing we're going to do, again, we're using our size K or 10.5 or 6.50 millimeter crochet hook, and we are using a number 5 bulky weight yarn. Let's go ahead and start. We're going to chain 17. So I'm going to make my slip knot. Let's chain 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We are going to double crochet in the 4th chain from hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to double crochet the next chain as well. And just for the record, in my pattern writing, for this pattern anyway, I am not counting the chain 3 as a double crochet. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. It does not count as a double crochet in my stitch count. Okay, now I'm going to half double crochet in the next chain. I'm just pulling it through all 3 loops. Now I'm going to double crochet in the next 3 loops. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to half double crochet in the next chain. You'll understand why I'm doing this in the next row or 2. Okay, now we're going to double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And just for your information, if you're watching this straight without a pattern, you can get a written copy of the pattern from Ravelry.com. If you look under Bonnie Bay, or if you look up under designers Bonnie Barker, it'll take you to the designs that I've designed, and this will be one of the top ones in that list. Or if you go to my patterns for sale listing, this will be right there for you. It'll be only 99 cents for the written pattern, and I know for a lot of people that's a lot easier to follow if you don't need all the video instruction. Okay, so we've done 3 double crochets. Now we're going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch. Now we're going to do 2 more double crochets. 1, 2, okay, and we're going to do a half double crochet in the last chain. So this is what you should have so far. This is row 1. Okay, row 2, I'm going to turn, chain 2. Now from here on, the even numbered rows, this is row 2, are going to be with the front side facing, and this is where we'll start to establish what this is going to look like. Okay, we are going to always skip the first stitch of each row because we're going to begin working in front post stitches. For a front post stitch, we're going to do a front post double crochet. We wrap the stitch like you would for a double crochet, and instead of putting it in through the top, we're not going to do that. We're simply going to give it a belt by going in the front side door and coming out the other side, and we just complete our double crochet as we normally would. We're going to do that for the next stitch as well. If you need help with understanding these front post, back post stitches in more detail, please check out my YouTube channel. I have specific videos that deal with these stitches one-on-one and takes a lot more time than I'm going to take here with forming these. But basically, if you think of it as just giving the stitch a belt instead of going in through the top loops, you'll be fine. Okay, now I'm going to mix this up on you again a little bit. Remember the half double crochet? Well, we are going to work in the top loops like you would a normal stitch and do another half double crochet in the half double crochet. This is going to help the cable and other stitches that we're working kind of pop out from what we're doing. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do 3 more front posts double crochet. 1, go a little slower, 2, 3, and now we have another half double crochet, and we are going to do just a regular half double crochet through the top loops, and then we're going to return to 3 more front post double crochets. That's 1, now let's try that one again. That's 2 and 3. Now we're going to half double crochet right there, and then we're going to do front post double in the last 2 stitches. Pull some more yarn off the skein there. That's 1 and 2. Now we're going to half double crochet in the turning chain like so. Now we're going to chain 2 and turn to begin row 3. Okay, for row 3 we have the back side facing. We are going to skip this half double crochet. We are not going to work in that, but now we're going to do 2 back post double crochets. Now for back post double, we're going to come in the back door and give the stitch a belt. Okay, see what I've done there? We just complete the double crochet. Come in the back door, go out the side back door, just giving it a belt. Now we're going to work a half double crochet in the half double crochet like so. The next 3 stitches are going to be back post double crochet, if I can get this yarn to cooperate. Okay, again, come in the back door. That's 2 and 3. Now the next stitch we are going to do a half double crochet in the half double crochet like so. Now we're going to do 3 more back post double crochets.
Oops. Alright, now we're going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch. And the last 2 stitches are half back post double crochet. These first 2 stitches and last 2 stitches of each row are merely a decorative border for the cable that we're forming. Alright, now we're going to do a half double crochet in the turning chain. Now we're getting ready. I'm going to chain 2. Now this is the important row. The row that we're going to do now is going to be the row that crosses our cables. The first thing we're going to do, we're not going to crochet in this stitch. We're going to do 2 front post double crochets. This is not part of the cable. Again, this is just the border. Now we're going to half double crochet in the half double crochet. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. We're going to skip 1, 2, 3 stitches for now, and we're going to half double crochet in the half double crochet right over here. It's the center of the cable, be the center of your headband. And we're going to wrap the hook twice, because now we're going to do 3 front post treble crochets. Yes, treble, not doubles. This is the row. You have to really be careful. I use treble crochets, half doubles, and double front post double crochets all in the same row. So it's not a typo. Just have to be careful which stitches you do. Okay, these longer stitches are the ones that are going to be crossing the cables. Okay, again, we're doing front post treble. It's just like a front post double, except you have that extra wrap. Wrap twice. Okay, now we're going to go back, wrap twice, and we're going to work 3 front post trebles in the 3 stitches that we skipped. Okay, and it works best when you pull through all the fibers here. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the half double crochet in the next half double crochet, and a front post double crochet, and a front post double crochet, and a half double crochet here. Okay, let's take a look at what we have. And this is going to settle out a little bit more once we get another row or 2 on this. You'll be able to see what we're doing. But row 4 that we just did is the crossing of the cable row. Okay, now we're going to do row 5. We're going to chain 2, I'm going to turn, and we're working with the back side facing. We have skipped the first row again. Skip the first stitch of the row, then 2 back post, double crochet, half double crochet in the next stitch. Now we're going to do 3 more back post double, well, not treble, just back post double on the next 3 stitches. Whoops, let's get that one going again. This is the 3rd. Okay, which brings us to the center of the cable right here, and in between the last stitch I just worked and the next stitch, I'm going to put a half double crochet. And now we're going to do 3 more back post double. This is on the other side of the cable. Okay, now we have 2 half double crochets here. We're going to skip this one, and we're going to half double in the next one. Now, even though we're skipping a stitch here and we added a stitch here, the stitch count throughout this project remains constant, which would be 14 stitches, not including the turning chain. If you want to include the turning chain, that would make it 15 stitches across, but that remains the same. Here we added one, here we skipped one, so that kind of cancels out. So you still have 14 stitches, not including the turning chain, across each and every row. If you have more than that, you've done something wrong and you need to go back and check your work. Okay, now we're going to half double crochet in the turning chain. Going to chain 2. Okay, now you can see the crossing a little bit better. It's starting to look like something. Now for the next row, this will be row 6. Well, actually, from rows 6 through 29, what we're going to do now is simply repeat rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 over and over again. So let's go ahead and try that. Row 2, we are doing 2 front post, double crochet, I'm going to skip the half double crochet. Now we're going to do 3 front post double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then half double crochet in the center, and then 3 front post double crochets, and then half double crochet in the half double crochet, 2 more double crochets, I'm sorry, front post doubles, and then okay, so you see how this is looking? Alright, I'm going to chain 2, I'm going to turn, and we're going to do row number 3 again, which is skip the first stitch, back post in the next 2 stitches, half double crochet in the next stitch, 3 back post double crochets, half double crochet in the center, this is the center of the cable, and then three back post double crochets. Now we're going to half double crochet in the next stitch. So you probably should be getting the rhythm of this by now. And back post and the next, whoa, and the next 2. 1, 2, and then half double crochet in the turning chain, chain 2. Okay, that will bring us to the first repeat of row 4. Now that this repeat is when we're going to cross the cables again. So let me go ahead and work that for you one more time, because I think that's the trickiest row. Well, that and row 5. Okay, we're going to skip the first row. This again is a repeat of row 4, our first repeat of that. We're going to double crochet in the first 2 stitches, or rather the first 2 front post stitch. We're going to half double crochet in the next stitch, which happens to be a half double crochet. We're going to skip 1, 2, 3 stitches, and we're going to half double crochet in that center stitch. Now we're going to work 3 front post treble crochets. These are the longer stitches for the crossing of the cable. That's 1, and that's 2. Let's get all the, well, let's try that one again, because it didn't get all the strands to come through. And 3. Now we're going to cross the cable again. I'm going to go back and work in the 3 stitches that were skipped here. That's 1, 2, 3, half double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 front post double crochets and a half double. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and look at what we have now, so you can get a better feel, okay, how this is coming. So that was the first repeat of row 4. I'm going to go ahead and crochet row 5, and then I'm going to do a few more repeats of this pattern, and then I will get back with you. I want to demonstrate for you another repeat of row 5, just in case you need, extra help with this. Let me show you where I am. I've repeated rows 2 through 4 2 times now, and this will give you an idea of what the cabling looks like. And you can see how these border cables here and here with the HDC, the half double crochet in between, does kind of give a little bit of an indentation so that this cable can really stand out. Okay, let me go ahead and repeat number 5, row 5. I'm going to skip the first row and back post double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Also keep in mind this is the row after the crossing of the cable. Okay, I'm going to half double crochet in the half double crochet. Now I'm going to do 3 back post double crochets. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to half double crochet in the middle of the cable. This is after the last stitch and before the next stitch. Then I'm going to do 3 back post double crochets. 1, 2, oops, 3, pull some more yarn out, and half double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 back post double crochets. 1, 2, and then half double crochet in the turning chain. Okay, that ends actually my my second repeat. So I'm going to continue on with this pattern until I have 7 of these, 7 cables that look just like this. After I do that, I will come back to you. Now I want to show you what I have. I have completed 7 cabled sections, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry for the glare there, 6, 7 sections. That's working rows 2 through 5, a total number of 7 times. That would be 6 repeats. And then I repeated row 2 and 3 one more time to give more space here, to elongate this section. And you can see just how nicely the cable kind of pops from this. All right, now I measured my article here that I'm showing you. Also notice that these ends do curve up a bit, which is actually very desirable for keeping your ears warm when you see the finished product. I wouldn't worry about that. That's actually a good thing. The final dimensions of this piece that I'm showing you are 4.5 inches wide and 19.5 inches long, which is actually quite good too, even for a head as large as mine. Because what you want the fabric to be able to stretch. You want it to be, stretched a bit so that will keep the headband in place when you wear it. Okay, now I'm going to finish by taking the right sides and putting them together. And I am simply going to connect both of the ends. And by doing this, let's go ahead and start here. I'm going to chain 1, turn, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be working through all the loops at the same time. I'm going to stick my hook in the foundation chain and line that up as best I can with each stitch on the end section. I'm going to go through both loops there too, and I'm going to simply work a slip stitch, like so. Okay, I'm going to find the next one. Now sometimes it's hard to see the foundation chain, but go in where the next stitch was worked. Look at the double crochets that you worked first, and then do another slip stitch. I'm going to just continue this across the row. There should be a total of 14, plus 1 for the turning chain. If you don't like slip stitching projects together, another option is to simply cut this strand till you have about 15 to 20 inches, thread it with a yarn needle, and then simply do the whip stitch, which would be going in through the stitches and then working around and around and around as you go, connecting the two ends together. That would work also. I just like doing the slip stitch because if I don't do it correctly the first time, I can easily just yank the string and pull out my work and give it another try. It's a little more forgiving to me, but again, it's a preference thing. You do whatever you like to do. So let me just finish slip stitching across this row here. Hopefully this will be the only time I have to do this. Okay, just a couple of stitches to go. Okay, and I'm going to do one more, like I said, I'm going to go right into the turning chains right here and just slip stitch those together like so. Tie a chain 1, do a chain 1, then I'm going to cut the yarn. I'm going to leave at least 4 or 5 inches or so. Hopefully your scissors are sharper than the ones I have up here in the video room. And then I'm going to just pull this through. And so now all I need to do is hide my loose strands with a yarn needle. Now let me show you how to do that. Okay, I have my yarn needle. Just need to thread. And in general, as a policy, whenever you have loose ends, try to leave at least 3 or 4 inches so that you have something to thread into this needle so that you can hide it. I am just simply going to run this underneath the stitches. Notice I'm working from the back side because I don't want this to be showing from the front side. Okay, there are a lot of different ways you can hide these. I like to do it the easiest way possible. I'm going to run this all the way under, like so. And then you simply trim as close as you can without cutting your stitches. Make sure you don't cut your stitches, all right? And I have one more to hide on this other side. This just makes it a lot less painless. Okay, I'm going to just run these under the double crochets from this side. And they'll actually cross in the center a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to run this through. Make sure I give it a little tug before I trim it. Alright, and there you go. The knots are sufficiently hidden. Let's see what we got. Okay, here is our headband, all ready to wear. Now this is the seam where we brought it together I usually put that right at the back when I wear it. So you are all set. This is the Quick and Easy Cabled Headband. This is by Bonnie Barker. It took me less than an hour to complete this project. It might take you a little bit longer the first time as you learn the pattern, but once you learn the pattern, you could probably crochet up a gift, 45 minutes. This comes in really handy if you need something on the fly. And you can also experiment with a number of different fibers. This one I've done for you is an acrylic. I've made these in the past using boutique yarns. 100% alpaca is the one I like to wear in the wintertime. I just love the way it feels. But the acrylic work really well for kids. Washes up real well. You don't have to use extra care. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. Hope this helped you to make cables easy and beautiful. God bless. Bye-bye.